The rhythm that pulsates throughout the Cordilleran landscape adopts a more youthful, adventurous flavor, as our friend Richard Hartman goes on the road to discover his origins in 4 of the region's provinces. His first stop is the formidable nature's frontier up north, the province of Apayao.
I'm half Filipino, half British by birth, but I was born and raised abroad. I've spent nearly my whole life in England, and I can't wait to explore the rich Filipino culture, the rich Filipino heritage, and learn what it means to be truly Filipino. Apayao is one of the most northerly provinces in the Philippines, and is part of the Cordillera Administrative Region of Luzon. Bordering the south of Apayao is the province of Kalinga. To the north and east lies the province of Cagayan, and to the west, the provinces of Abra and Ilocos Norte. Apayao is a mountainous province, covered in woodlands with large rivers flowing across the land, their waters forming gently rolling valleys and large open plains. One of the major arteries of the province is the Apayao River, known for its clean waters and picturesque scenery. The river courses from the west of the province and passes through its heartlands, heading up north onto the Pacific Ocean. The most convenient way to reach Apayao is via Cagayan Airport, which is just 1 hour flight from Manila, the capital of the Philippines. The airport itself is situated in the neighbouring province of Cagayan, and is from the airport just a few hours' drive to Apayao. One thing which is particularly striking about Apayao is its cool climate, which is amongst one of the coolest places I've been to in the Philippines. The air is crisp and fresh, and has a refreshing quality about it. A place to go and feel revitalised and renewed. The province is comprised of 7 municipalities, each one offering a unique experience. The province is certainly rich in ecology and nature, with many areas of outstanding natural beauty just waiting to be explored. The lake is truly picturesque, and the sounds of nature reverberate throughout the air. It is a haven for wildlife, a place where time seems to stand still, a fisherman's paradise, and a nature enthusiast's dream. Without a doubt, part of the charm of the experience is the locally made boats, forgotten, unblemished world, which has a timeless quality. The lake is home to several bird species, including native ducks, which pass their day without a worry in the world, as they gracefully glide over the surface of the water. They are incredibly shy though. Water can certainly form beautiful vistas, but when set to work over time, water can also create unusual masterpieces, and none more so than in the village of Marag. Marag hides a geological treasure just waiting to be explored. The first leg of the journey begins. As you can see, it's been raining quite heavily the last few days, and we were originally intending to go to the rock formation that's by foot. However, the water's quite high, so we've managed to get our hands on a boat over there. So we're going to cruise down the river Marag, and it's going to be a lot quicker and a lot easier, that's for sure. So I'm looking forward to the boat adventure. The boats are certainly sensitive to any slight movement, which makes the journey all the more exhilarating. It's like walking a tightrope. But after getting used to the fine balancing act, the journey is more than easy, especially with the guides at hand to ensure everything goes to plan. Some parts of the journey involve wading across the water, so make sure you bring your flip-flops to change into. Indeed, for there are no companions more loyal and true than a man and his dogs. These dogs are experts at navigating the waterways, and wait forever patiently for the master. They can even swim from shore to shore to keep pace with their master as he ferries his passengers across the land. You have to change boats to cross the final stretch of the river. The expert navigates the waterways using nothing but a pole. Eventually we reach the island, and the rain has turned the ground to mud. However, the journey still goes on despite the weather. We enter the realms of the jungle on our quest to find the rock formations. Through dense thickets and trees we climb, forever getting closer to the goal of our quest. jagged rocks permeate the jungle path, with vines and vegetations are rife. Our guides lead us through the path of rock and jungle, which weaves and snakes up and down, left and right. It's almost like navigating one's way through another planet. These strange fingers of rock stretching up to the sky, with gnarled, twisted hands, making an unusual challenge. Though some parts are harder than others, no mountaineering experience is necessary, and as long as you are in reasonable health, anyone can circumnavigate the network of unusual shapes.
That was certainly an adventure and a half, with some quite arduous climbing there, and some slippery rocks, but it's certainly worth it. The view is absolutely spectacular.
The rock formations certainly are striking. The black rock stands in stark contrast to the sky above. Unusual weather processes have shaped these strange pillars into creation. They are certainly very unique. There is nothing quite like them in the whole of the Philippines. It's certainly great to take a deep breath in and look out over the village of Morag from atop the rock formation. Morag Valley used to be riddled with conflict, a site where tribal wars used to be held. Today it is home to a shrine which pays homage to the fallen during the war. Now considered a peace village, near the shrine is an ideal vantage point to look out and over the majestic river, which weaves through the countryside, feeding the nearby rice fields. Bubalayan Bridge connects the upper and lower Apayao regions. The winding river snakes across the landscape and is the bloodline of the province, providing irrigation for farming and the historical trade and transport links. This immense body of water carves out the landscape as it flows along its path, and is framed by tropical woodlands which covers a sizable part of the province. Often the tips of the trees are lost to the cloaking and shrouding mist, a magical view indeed. There are many remote communities scattered throughout the region which is surrounded by charming countryside which is both quiet and tranquil. The Snag live throughout the region, particularly in the upper half of Apayao, the communities being most prevalent along the Apayao and Abulog river systems. It is said that the name Isnag means people who have gone into the interior. The Isnag are known for their bright and colourful garb, and their skirts and waistbands feature bands of vibrant colour. The skirts themselves are formed by a simple wraparound cloth. They also adorn themselves with angular headscarves, and the waistcloth serves a practical use, which is to carry items around. Under the cloth they usually wear a simple blue long-sleeve blouse. A lot of effort goes into making these costumes, for they are traditionally handmade. These traditional looms are pedal-powered, as well as patient-powered too. To produce around 45 metres of fabric takes around 15 days, so a great deal of patience is required. It's laborious work, which requires much patience and devotion. The national treasures of the province are both breathtaking and inspiring. But there is one event which is of equal attraction and occurs only once a year. That event is the Siam Festival. On February the 14th, in the year 1995, the province of Kalinga Apayao was separated into two provinces, Kalinga and Apayao. Every year during the week of February the 14th, the province celebrates the founding of the province with the Siam Festival, which is held in the municipality of Luna. Apayao is a land rich in natural wonders, timeless vistas, and majestic beauty, a place to be one with nature and appreciate its splendour. The rivers which run through the land shape and give it character, and the natural geology has resulted in magnificent rock formations and spectacular scenery. Explore the lands and the sights and experience an adventure like none other.